just ask for help when you need it. Thanks, Karen. I know, just ask for help. First of all, I don't even know what kind of help I need. If someone said, oh, how can I help you? I would say, diddle, and my brain would like short circuit and I would say just nothing. I don't need anything. The amount of effort it's going to take me to figure out what I need help with to tell you is more effort than for me to just do everything. Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, we talk about motherhood, we talk about pregnancy, we do things kind of eco-friendly, kind of natural, hippie, granola. Oh, also, we're doing a lot of positive mindset stuff. So I always try to share the positives with the realities. This is how I feel, this is how I reacted, and this is how I can get it back on track. I made a positive mindset flip book, which gives you positive thought prompts like, what makes me feel calm and present? What is something I cannot wait to teach my child? What do I love to learn about? So if you're interested in that, HEYSHAYLA.com/shop. I have an Instagram, HEYSHAYLA, where I post just daily stuff. And then I have a podcast with like such good content. If you're into like the hippie granola, the podcast is called HEYSHAYLA. I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old. This baby is 2 months old and he has been sleeping this whole time. And he just woke up when I was about to turn the camera on. So we're gonna see how this goes. My brain doesn't function when he's awake, so we're just gonna do our best. I just made a video about 9 things that motherhood has taught me, and I saved the best tip for last, which was your relationship matters. Your relationship kind of makes or breaks a lot of times, like your day or just how you're feeling. It has a huge impact on your family. Mine does, at least. So everything I'm sharing here is like from a place of what I've learned. And I'm not saying I'm like a relationship expert, but I am saying that I put a lot of effort into my relationship, and so does my husband. And we're constantly like talking about what we like, talking about what we could work on, talking about our problems and supporting each other. And we don't have a huge support system outside of us, so it's a lot of stuff that we do together. So today we're talking about relationships and just things that I have learned that have really, really helped me, like zingers that I hope help you. I feel like when you have a new baby, for us, the most important thing that I learned was that it's not 50-50. Like as far as feedings and waking up at night and whatever, biologically moms wake up to the baby's crying and dads wake up to other things. And in same-sex couples, one wakes up to the baby, one typically wakes up to like stuff outside the house or inside the house or whatever. And feedings, like biologically, my body is feeding the baby. Our 50-50 breakdown is not like every task is 50-50. I take care of the baby, dad takes care of the toddlers, and takes care of me. So on his paternity leave, he was doing all the things. I was just in like my recovery newborn bubble, and he was taking the girls out to the park and doing all of that. And he did it for like 2 weeks, and then he was just like spent. He was with the girls and doing all of like the cleaning up and everything for like 2 weeks. Shayla, with her first baby, would have been like, yeah, I'm tired too. I have to wake up with the baby and I have to do this. Kind of start comparing and also just be like, now you understand. Now you understand what it's like to be home with them all the time. Shayla now, after like working on my mindset, was like, how can I help you? Because I realized that I'm with them a lot, but he works 4 days and then he's off 4 days. He works 4 days and he's off 4 days. He did 14 days with like no off 4 days. Oh, I mean, that kind of had to happen because, again, we don't have a ton of support and I was taking care of the baby and recovering from delivering. But like now that we're here, feeling a little bit more like I'm in the world, how can I help you? And he wanted to go golfing. And I said, great, go golfing. 2 weeks postpartum. I stayed home with all 3 kids while my husband went golfing. And I felt great about it because he had supported me through all of this, that I was like, it's your turn to go. And some of these things I've already mentioned in other videos, so you might get a repeat, but I wanted them all consolidated in this spot. I'm just gonna storytell and kind of tell you these examples and hope that one hits. I'm not gonna like focus on all the bad stuff, but know that the bad stuff was there. I'm gonna focus on the things that helped us because we definitely had times that we struggled. You don't learn and move forward without the struggle. But before we get started, this video is sponsored by Gem. Gem is cool because it's made from whole foods. So it's a whole food bite. So it's not like the pills or the powders or the gummies that are sometimes full of synthetic ingredients. The nutrients that you get from this are more bioavailable. It's made from real food. So there's quinoa, stone fruit, black pepper, pumpkins, turmeric, citrus, 20 vitamins, there's minerals, prebiotics, probiotics. It's super awesome for postpartum with your digestion, with your immunity, which is so important right now. So if this makes sense to you, that you would have like whole foods to get your vitamins and minerals from, check out Gem. It's developed by neurologists, by herbalists, by people in holistic medicine, functional medicine, dietitians, and pastry chefs. So it tastes delicious. I'm better at taking these because they taste so good. Right now, Gem is offering 50% off your first month. So go to dailygem.com/HEYSHAYLA and you can try it out for your first month for 50% off. Your spouse, you might be like, well, my spouse wouldn't do that. My spouse doesn't do that. Find their strengths. They do something. that's helpful. You married them. You had children with him. Like, find the thing that you're like, oh, I really love that he does this, and focus on that. Because it's easy to start comparing. You're like, okay, Shayla, cool, thanks for sharing this. You sounds like you have a great husband, which I feel like I do. And that's another thing. I stopped complaining about him to other people. You start hanging out with moms and everybody starts like joking and making jabs at their husband. And I used to like join right in. And then after I left, I felt terrible. Like, I felt like I cheated on my husband and I need to go home and confess all these things that I said about him. And I was like, but I really don't feel that way. Like, I really am happy with our relationship. And of course there's things that I'm like, drives me nuts that he does this. But I don't need to like complain about it, because people only know and understand your relationship from what you tell them or what they see. But if they don't see you together a lot, it's only from what I tell them. Another thing is, I'm like a major goal person. I wanted to get married halfway through the year so that we could make goals at New Year's, check in with our goals halfway through the year. We talk about what we want out of our lives, what we want for our kids, what our priorities are. I think starting there and like, what is our goal? And sometimes you don't even need to talk about it. Like, ours is that our kids feel loved and that we feel supported with each other. I feel like that's probably everybody's goal, but if you know that that's your goal, then everything you do works within that. And you can come back to it. Like, what should we do here? Okay, do my kids feel loved? Do I feel supported? No. Okay, well, what can we change? Recognizing that they do things differently. This morning, I got to sleep in. He made the girls breakfast and there was a lot of syrup on it, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of sugar. Okay, first thing in the morning. He did their hair, kind of messy, and he was running a little bit late to drop them off. Not all of these are true. He wasn't late. He's never late. But I could nitpick all of this, like, or I could be like, wow, thanks for being able to take over mornings. Thank you for making them a breakfast. I'm sure they were stoked to have this breakfast. Thank you for doing their hair and not sending them to school looking like a Muppet. And thank you for bringing them there. They might be a little late, but what's 5 minutes? They're going to do things different. They're going to not sort the laundry, or they're going to not load the dishwasher the way you would load the dishwasher. But guess what? The laundry got done. Dishes got cleaned. I just try and focus on, I call it find the honey, because we are wired to find the negative for survival. Because when we were cave women, it made sense. We needed to focus on the poisonous mushroom that someone ate that killed them. Not focus on the honey. That was delicious. That did not kill them. That's not for survival. So I say, find the honey. Find the honey in your life. Find the things that are going great. And a lot of this stuff, it just comes down to communicating and not getting offended when the other person communicates. Like when Seth asked me for golf or to go work out, I used to be like, sure. Like, he really wanted to go after that. So I was like, okay. I practiced how I wanted to respond when he asked to go work out. You want him to do this? Yes, we can do this. And so it took me a long time, but I like finally figured that out. So I already talked about paternity leave and how that was kind of like insane for us and him specifically. Then postpartum, your brain doesn't work. This is actually a thing. Your brain rewires. It's called matrescence. It's like puberty, where your brain literally like cleans out things it doesn't need, turns off things it doesn't need. So all you can do is focus on your baby. And if you've been postpartum and you've tried to do anything besides take care of your baby, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of times I have to ask Seth to use his brain. And I literally, this is the communication part. I literally will say, Seth, I need to use your brain. I'm having a hard time because he usually falls asleep on the way to preschool drop-off, and I need him to be asleep so that I can get my work done, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how to get it done, and he incredibly can always come up with a very easy solution. Well, on my days off, how about I drop them off? I'm like, well, that was nice. And I'm like, could I figure that out? I just didn't want to ask you that, or did you really just figure that out that easily? So just communicating, hey, I need a solution. On the flip side, one day I dropped the girls off. I was gonna work at preschool. My computer's dead. It wasn't, and I didn't bring the charger because I assumed it was charged. I don't know. And then he woke up and I was just like, are you kidding me? The limited amount of time that I get to work and now it's not even working. So I called him and I said, hi, I don't need a solution, because our spouses want to help us. I want to help him. If he comes to me with a problem, I'm like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? I don't need a solution right now. This is what it is. I have to go home. And I only have 3 hours and this is really inconvenient. Just telling you, I just need to vent. So just let me vent. Just listen, just say, wow, that really sucks. And then you can hang up the phone, wash your hands of it, don't worry about it anymore. We'll figure it out later. But communicating that has also helped, because I am a talker. And I think this is typical of women. I just say whatever's on my mind. And so Seth sometimes has a hard time differentiating what I'm actually upset about and what I'm just talking about. I would say 90% of the time, I'm just talking. But he's trying to solve all that 90% of stuff, and he gets stressed out and thinks that I'm having a terrible time, and I'm like, oh, what are you talking? Oh, yeah, that did happen yesterday. Like, I was just talking. So to say, I just need to vent. He can turn off his worry. He doesn't have to solve it. He doesn't have to think about it anymore. Done. And we both get to move on, but I get to like tell him what I'm struggling with. just ask for help when you need it. Thanks, Karen. I know, just ask for help. First of all, I don't even know what kind of help I need. If someone said, oh, how can I help you? I would say, and my brain would like short circuit and I would say just nothing. I don't need anything. The amount of effort it's going to take me to figure out what I need help with to tell you is more effort than for me to just do everything. And does your spouse say, oh, if you would just ask, I would have no problem doing that? You're like, thank you. I can't think that far. So now I've started like thinking about it a little bit more. This baby is 2 months old, in for 9, on for 9, around for 9. So I pretty much am gonna wear him for his first 9 months. Laundry for me, I can manage that because I just have to put it in the wash, switch it to the dryer, bring it upstairs, and at some point sort it out. I, for some reason, feel like I can do that while wearing the baby. Unloading and loading the dishwasher, challenge. Trash or recycling, challenge. So I communicate that with him. I said, listen, if you could just like keep up with the dishes, keep up with the trash recycling, even though you don't use any of the dishes because you're gone all day, that would be awesome. Just run the dishwasher every night. And he does it because those are 2 pretty small asks that he's like, yeah, sure, of course, no problem. And I'm like, this is monumental. You don't understand. And then like communicating, well, what things do you not like doing? Laundry? I don't mind laundry. You do my dishes? And then when there's things that I'm like, why is he not recognizing that I'm really tired? Why is he not recognizing that I clean the whole house? Why is he not acknowledging the fact that I've been with the girls all day and I'm having a tough time? And then I think, did I acknowledge that he's tired? You've been working for 4 days straight and now it's your day off. And you're probably tired. So whenever I think, why hasn't he recognized that I've done this? I think, have I recognized that he's mowed the lawn, for example? I could give 2 the lawn is mowed. Yeah, it's great that he does it, but it's not on my radar of things to do. Just like it's not on his radar of things to clean the kitchen surfaces. In my kitchen, I start here, clean the surface, clean the surface, clean the surface. Once those are done, I feel like $1,000,000. But I don't look at the lawn. He's always like, oh, I pick up the house because I know it helps your brain. And I'm like, you do? Like, what do I do for you that helps you? I don't have an answer to that. So like, I'll probably talk to him about it, you know? Like, what is something that's easy for me to do that really makes a monumental difference for you? But then I was like, can you please, for the love, take over meals? Just go grocery shopping. I can even make them, just get the ingredients in the house. He can't do it. Neither can I. We are terrible at meal planning. And I could be angry with him like I asked you to do this with me, but I can't do it either. We have the hardest time with this. So we do meal delivery service, or I'll be like, listen, we need to sit down and figure this out together. Acknowledging that there's things that we both are terrible at and how we're gonna manage it. I found a simple phrase of, I'd like to blank, could you blank? I'd like to work out. Could you watch the kids while I work out in the morning? I'd like to make spaghetti dinner tonight. Could you go pick up the ingredients? I've found the more supported that I feel, the more I want to support him, and vice versa. The more supported he feels, the more he wants to help me. One day, he brought the girls to preschool so that I could get work done. He was building a pergola in the backyard. Video coming on that soon. I've got a whole tour on the backyard because we're obsessed with like creating our backyard, so I want to share it with you. So he's building the pergola. He's like in the groove, but he has to go pick up the girls because he's trying to give me time. Well, this little munchkin woke up and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get anything done. So communication was, hey, thank you for dropping the girls off so I could get started while he was napping and I didn't have to deal with the drop-off situation. Would you like me to pick up the girls because he's awake anyway? And can I have extra time because I'm not continuing to work? He was like, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on the pergola. You go get the girls and then you can keep working when you get back if he's sleeping. Incredible. It took us a long time to be able to get there as far as communication goes. But that's the thing. Hey, just ask, right? Just like how our partners tell us, just ask, tell me what you need. So I hope this was helpful. I hope some of these examples were helpful for you. I am so close on my mindset guide. I am working on it as much as I can, but I cannot wait to get this guide out to you because I think it's just going to transform how you think about your life and it's just going to be great. Thank you guys all for watching. If you have any like weird epiphanies that you've had with your spouse, I would love to hear them in the comments. I love the comment section. It's such a fun place for us all to like share things and learn things and I don't know, see that other people are struggling like this, us. Also, if you're interested in trying out the Whole Food Multivitamin Gem, dailygem.com/HeyShayla. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah.